Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, it's been too long since I've done a walkthrough and this is my second time going through this. I was literally almost done and here comes my dog. My gosh. Oh. Anyways. Here we have the Vacchetta Tarot. I don't know what the actual title is, but it's like the Naivi, the Giovanni Vacchetta. Giovanni Vacchetta made this. I don't know. I wonder if he made these for a certain family in Italy. I don't know, like because usually that like the Visconti Sforza was made for a family, but who knows. Anyways, so this is an Il Meneghello deck, and it's handmade. It's oh my gosh, honestly like when it's handmade and it just you can see that they really like paid attention to the authenticity and oh my gosh, hold on. Anyways, sorry about that. Well, it's so weird. I always say sorry about that, but it's like, no, it's just a cut. My gosh. I feel like it's because it's like it takes a long time for me to get back to this. But anyways, it feels like forever, but to you guys, it's probably just a split second. Anyways, moving forward. I don't know when this was exactly created, but it says it's an edition number of 1500. And I got 1286 of that. Yeah. But I don't know if they do like several print runs, like this isn't just the only print run that they'll ever do. I don't know. If I'm not mistaken. I could be completely wrong. But anyways, here's the deck. It's rather thick cardstock, and it's not laminated or anything like that. It's actual like paper. The back's very simple pattern design, and I kind of like that with my Marseilles. But anyways, moving forward, here we have the Fool. And it's interesting is that you see the donkey ears. I think they're donkey ears. I could be wrong. That you also see in the tarot of the Sevenfold Mystery. So yeah, and then we have the leopard here, or the cheetah, which is I believe an animal associated with Bacchus. I could be wrong. Hold on, I gotta go do something real quick. I'm so sorry. My dog is just like on one today. Anyways, where was I? All right. So instead, which is very interesting because usually you see like a dog, or in like the Golden Dawn decks, you see like an alligator or a tiger at the bottom of their feet. But anyways, moving forward here we have the Magician. I don't know what to say. It's a bat, some lizards, a shooting star, and a serpent. Yeah, I don't know. Here we have the High Priestess or the Popess here. And we have the Empress. Very regal Empress, not so much that Mother Nature energy here. Here we have the Emperor. Something's going on with my Emperor card. It's nothing too bad, but it's a little bit, it bugs me a little, and I don't know what that is. I keep trying to I try to I don't know, forcibly bend it a little like that, but it just stays like that. I don't know if it's something to do with the printing. I don't know. I don't know. No idea. Here we have the Hierophant. Here we have love, and with Cupid here, not so much the lovers. So yeah. Here we have the Chariot, and it's very interesting because there's no horses that are visible here, and I feel like they kind of broke off the chariot and they just kind of ran off, and he's just here riding a chariot with no horses on it. So who knows, unless it's still and he's just sitting on it for no reason. Here we have Justice. This background here reminds me a lot of the tarot of Prague. So yeah, I know, but in that one she's standing on an elephant. So yeah. Anyways, here we have the Hermit. I love this Hermit card. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I very rarely pay attention to Hermit cards. They're just ones that just get swept under the rug. Or no, not swept under the rug. You just get overlooked. That's the correct term. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. A very painful looking Wheel of Fortune, honestly. But this imagery here with the cornucopia spilling all the coins for fortune is Something that always pops up within the Marseille system that I'm finding. Same with this imagery here with strength with a pillar by her side, or this stone pillar. Is it a pillar? Looks, or a column, a stone column. Uh, but here they kind of used both for of a lion and the pillar. You know, she's like kind of like controlling this lion or taming this lion, and also like holding up this pillar. So yeah, here you have the hanged man. Nothing much to say there from what I see. Yeah. Here you have death, and I like how he's like harvesting and cutting off all this stuff, like all this material stuff here, all these titles uh and I don't know what else these would be, you know, maybe like tools and of everyone, you know, from the carpenter to the king to the pope to the hero, I guess it would be, with this cap of Hermes. You know, it could be like, was it Perseus, or no, it wasn't Perseus. Who was it that got the cap of Hermes just for a little while, that borrowed it? I can't remember. Anyways, unless Hermes never let anyone borrow his cap, because I think Perseus, when he went and fought Medusa, he had Hades' helm, and it made him turn invisible. But anyways, here we have Temperance. Yeah. Very simple, very simple. Here you have the devil. I rarely see this type of imagery here with the devil in the mouth of a beast here. I don't know. It's just something. I don't know why. Must be for some reason. Usually people go with the Rider-Waite-Smith. But anyways, here we have the tower. Again, just as painful as the Wheel of Fortune. This guy just got impaled on the side of his building. So yeah. Here we have the star. Again, typical star imagery. Here we have the moon, which depicts Artemis as the goddess of the hunt, you know, with her hunting dog and her bow. We have the crab for Cancer there. So yeah. And then here we have her twin brother here, the Apollo, I believe. Yes, because he's the sun as well. And he's also of music and all that. So yeah. Here we have Judgment. Again, typical Judgment. Nothing much to see there. And then here we have the World card. I wonder what that says there. No primavera. Something primavera. Here we have the Ace of Wands. Little gesture wand with the crown. The Two of Wands. And here with this one, although it's kind of bunched up with the Marseille because, you know, it's the same time, but this one's pretty much very illustrated compared to other decks. You know, it's very decorative, and it has a lot going on in the cards here, you know. So, you know, if you really pay attention to what's going on here, you can like kind of incorporate that into your readings, you know, if you try. Sorry for the yawn. My gosh. So yeah, it's like, what does that say? Diversi. I can't. I don't know what that's saying. Anyways, let's see what else. And then here we have like this pitchfork and this shovel. It's kind of like for the harvest. Here we have this organ going on here. And then here, this one kind of, I'm kind of giving it the meaning of like pests, kind of like the same meaning that the rat card or the mice card would have in the Lenormand, because you have frogs, and well, frogs aren't necessarily viewed as pests from what I can tell, but like snails and bugs on your garden could be really bad. Then here we have this page with like a boy and his dog. Oh my gosh, what are they barking at? Here we have the knight, and it's very interesting how it matches up with the Ace of Wands. Here I have the Queen of Wands, the King. Now we have the Ace of Cups here. I'm sorry if you guys hear that. If you guys hear my dog barking in the background, I'm sorry. But I'm just done dealing with her. Here we have the Two of Cups right here. There's those coconuts right there, and we have grapes. I don't know what that is. Anyways, the Three of Cups. Okay, yeah, that's driving me insane. I'm gonna stop her right now. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. She's like now on my lap because she needs constant attention, I guess. My Titina, my little pickling. Yeah. Her name is Pickles, but I don't know how we started calling her Pickling. Anyways, here I have the Three of Cups, the Four. Again, with the cups, I'm not really getting much compared to like the wands. With the wands, like I kind of see like, oh, there's there's a lot of nautical stuff going on here. So like ships and water and travel, and then you got like gardening stuff. But here I just see cups with, I don't know, just decorations going on here. It's very just aesthetics is what I'm getting from here. And yeah, so sorry for the silence. I hate being silent when I'm doing walkthroughs with cards. I like to talk about what I see and give my ideas and my thoughts as to what may or may not be insinuated within the cards. This Queen of Cups, though, is my favorite Queen of Cups from so far from the Marseille family. Because, first of all, she's making roasted chicken right there. And she's in a kitchen. Like, she's in a kitchen. She's cooking. Like, there's nothing better than mother's cooking, And here we have the King of Cups, and this one you can get a lot from. He could be a sommelier, or he can be a drunk. It's who knows. Here we have the Ace of Swords here with this wreath of oak leaves, which is very interesting. I need to remember what oak symbolizes. Because usually with the swords, it's traditionally with like Rider-Waite-Smith and the Golden Dawn tarots, it's they give them laurel leaves, and I think the other one is a palm leaf, and the laurel is a symbol of victory and all that. So, anyways, here we have the Two of Swords, and it's very interesting. Something you don't really see a lot in tarot decks, but the swords aren't for the first few. They're not the blades aren't exposed. They're in their sheaths or their scabbards here, and finally in the fours they're exposed. Here I think this looks like a laurel wreath. I could be wrong. Here you have the lion's head right there. And this one is sheathed right here. I think this one's sheathed and this one's exposed. Could be a balance between the two. Yeah, like some of them look like they're still in their like sheath or their scabbards, but others just seem exposed. Like these obviously are all like pulled out and drawn out and stabbing into a heart. Here we have the Ten of Swords. And here we have the Page. And the Knight. And the Queen. And the Queen is doing something rather interesting that you see a lot in other tarot decks. You see it in usually the Golden Dawn decks, but I don't see this a lot in Marseille decks and in Rider-Waite-Smith either. But it's in Golden Dawn and Thoth decks as well. Here, the Queen of Swords has a decapitated head. Like at first you don't really see it, but if you look in the background, there's a body without a head, and it's like bleeding onto the floor. And here's a bag filled with something. It's not displayed here, but here you can totally see it in the Ashira, and you see it again. Where did I put it? Oh my gosh, did I lose it in? Did I lose it already? I'm gonna try and find it within the Thoth, but it's here in this Golden Dawn Magical Tarot as well. I'm gonna pause and then pull out all the other cards that show this. It's really interesting. Okay, so I just had to pull out all the other like Queen of Swords that show this type of imagery here with the decapitated head. But if you notice, they're all like Thoth or Golden Dawn Tarot theme. So here's the Tabula Mundi here. It's very small compared to the other ones. Then we have the Rosetta Tarot right here. And then we have the Hermetic Tarot of the Golden Dawn. And then the Thoth, obviously. We already seen that there. And the Golden Dawn Magical Tarot and the Ashira Tarot. So right there. And I'm trying to remember what the decapitated head symbolizes. I do not know. I cannot remember. But when I get to this card in the in my video series for like the Golden Dawn and the Thoth systems, I'll definitely be talking about that, and I will be pulling this card out again to show, and I'll do some research on it. I'll do some research on whatever I can on this card. So, yeah, here we have the King of Swords, and then now we're going into the discs, and this Ace of Discs, this Ace of Coins, kind of bothers me, mostly because there's two other coins at the bottom, and it's like, is it the 2 or is it the 3? You know, and you got to look at the top. It's like, you know, with the Marseille, you're not really supposed to look at these type of things. You should be able to just spot it immediately. So yeah, so here's the 4 of coins. We got those instruments going on here. And here we have the 5. And the 5 and the 6 does something very interesting. Here it looks like he's showing off. But here it's a very defensive position here. And you see that kind of duality there. I like that. You see, this deck is it's very readable. I feel like this is much more approachable to people who are kind of like, oh, Marseille, you can't, like, there's nothing going on in them. And it's like, well, look at this, you know? Well, look what's going on here, you know? You can intuit and read a lot into these cards, and you can draw out quite a bit from them. But like these, I feel like you can't. But with the pages and the quartz, though, I feel like I'm getting a lot more from the quartz here than I usually do with others. Here you have the Knight. The Queen, she's weaving and spinning thread. And here you have the King, and he's making coins. He's a mint, I believe, or he's a coin maker, I believe. You see this type of imagery in Robert M. Place's Alchemical Tarot and the Tarot of the Sevenfold Mystery as well. But it's not in the King. It's in the 7? No, it's another coin suit. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, I don't have it with me. But yeah, this deck... okay, now time to talk about the other stuff about this deck instead of the imagery. Shuffleability. It's really shuffleable. It's actually surprisingly shuffleable. It did not come with these corners like this. The corners were sharp and like cut sharply. You know, they weren't rounded. So I had to take a corner rounder and I rounded them out. And surprisingly, the corner rounder that I have is still going strong after all the corner roundings that I did. I rounded the Meneghello, I rounded this one, and it's still going strong. So it's a good buy. So yeah, I don't know how long it'll last, but yeah. And this was on the Meneghello and this one were both on the small size, unless I did the Meneghello in the medium size. I could be wrong, but anyways. So yeah. What? My dog's like looking at me like, when are you gonna stop this video? It's like, I'm not. So yeah, I was kind of hesitant of using it, but you know what? It's like, it's actually pretty usable, but this is a deck that I'm gonna be super careful with, even though here I go rifle shuffling it. But actually riffle shuffles, oh my gosh, I need to figure that out. Riffle shuffles pretty well, but overhand is really nice too. One thing I will say is that it's not cut evenly. So if you're overhanding like this, it's going to be a little awkward, just because the cards aren't all even. So some cards are going to be wider, and so some cards are going to slip out of your grip. So yeah, but on this side though, on tops and the bottoms are they're much more evenly cut. So it's much easier to riffle shuffle with these. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. You can get these decks at Tarot BG or from Il Meneghello directly, but I recommend Tarot BG or collecttarot.com. I'm going to try and leave a link to those down below. And yeah, because yeah, I don't know what else to say. But yeah, I think this costed like around $40, I think. So it's quite pricey, but I think it's worth it. You know, it's if you want a nice historical reproduction. So yeah. There's like one other Il Meneghello deck that I'm gonna get, and that's the Neoclassico, and I think that might be the last one, if not the Corte dei Tarocchi, but I think that's it. So yeah, I think that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna get ready to do another one. I think I'm gonna do either the Minchiati or the Sopraffino next. Who knows? We'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.